Hello, my friends. I'm so glad you're here today. I welcome you to hear about my story. I just wanted to share a mission that I have. Um, I found an amazing business that has allowed me to do things that I really feel passionate about, and I just wanted people to know about it and take away what you will from it. But I have found that our earth has been depleted of much of this nutrient dense soil that we need to grow our plants to suffice our needs for nutrition. And it's so it's not happening. Many countries are changing. The United States, where I'm at, is not right now. And so I think it's really important that we try to better our health, so that our society can thrive. I think you look all around and see that so many people are ill. Their health is not particularly the best, and there's just disease, whether it be in the mind or the body. It's just it's all around us. And so it has taken a toll on my heart and my mind, and I couldn't stand still about it anymore. And so my goal is to make people aware that there are ways to be healthy that are easier, and that one person can make a difference. You can make a difference. That's you. You can make a difference, even if it's just a simple change in your life. And so um, I'm partnering with a company that has some amazing products that will help my journey and my mission. They're amazing at helping us be more healthy and helping us be more wealthy. Um, and their mission is basically not to have a company anymore. So I really like that. It seems kind of backwards from what we've known in our world, I think, but capitalism is grand, and they can do this based on that. They can do what they want. They're taking plastic out of products. Like, the company's 95% plastic free or more, and working on being completely, helping other companies to do this. Um, we're working with regenerative soils, and the soils are depleted. It's only like less 1% or less in the US of the soils where we're getting our food from the grocery store that has nutrition in it. I mean, like one carrot now compared to what our grandparents were eating, we would have to eat 20 carrots to suffice what they ate one carrot. And I think there's a lot of extra stuff in that carrot that we don't need, that we're taking in. So it's really simple. Doesn't particularly mean it's easy to make changes. It's not just in the things that we're eating, it's in our mindset and how we think. So those are just those are really things that I'm passionate about, and I want to help people find easier ways to be healthy. There's something in our environment right now that's still being used. I was just going down the street yesterday and saw somebody spraying Roundup, and it has one component alone called glyphosate that's really damaging our soil health. It's damaging the food that is grown to be nutritious, and then we're putting that in our bodies, so it's damaging us. And so let's work on together. One ant can do something, but many hands make light work. So let's work together to change that in our society right here where we stand, and maybe even globally. I'm sorry, I'll start getting a little verklempt. I actually had a newspaper ask me to write an article about this because I'm so passionate about it. And I was like, what? I guess, oh yeah, I can do this. So just it's amazing what one voice can do. But I want to make sure to put it out there so that other people are able to hear it. And so come along with me on my journey. I hope that you can. And if you're in need of, even just balancing hormones, gaining weight, losing weight, any of those things, we can do that with the superfoods. Now, I'm also on a mission to help people further. I'm going to be opening my practice for regenerative health next year. I'm studying with the Institute now. And, so it won't just be this company, it'll be many different facets to that. And, but this is just the company that gave me the platform to be able to do what it is that I'm doing. And I'm just so grateful for that. The community is amazing, and it's really great. And I have a friend here with me that can, that has amazing. So, well, really, I didn't finish. So the reason that I am where I am, and I'm on this mission, I guess I should probably tell you, is that, well, I was having poor health. And I mean, I was dancing flamenco and doing all these things, and I just got shut down. Like, it was really bad. And I'd had poor health before that, but nothing to that effect. And I mean, I just got completely shut down. And so I've been on a journey for a while for my own health to try and find something. I just wasn't finding anything. Wasn't finding. I would find little bit pieces and little pieces, and nothing ever felt quite right. And this is finally have found something that's amazing and very helpful. And I've got to wipe my eye. And I'm just so grateful to have found this platform, and this community of people that are helping me be healthy, and I'm able to help other people be healthy. But I lost both my parents last year. It really, really kind of started really pushing me to be advocate more for others. And I've caretaken for many people, and most of my story somewhere along the way. So this has been going. This didn't just happen overnight. So, but losing. I mean, I've lost someone this more than one person this week. I have someone in the hospital that's dear to me right now, and it's all things that could probably have been not happened. Um, if more of us knew about being healthy and how simple it is, even though it might not be easy because our society has billboards of Cheerios and Big Macs shoved down our throat. But and not just that, our mental health is not taken very seriously through media either. So um, that's why I'm on a mission to do what I'm doing, is to let's stop that. Let's work together, and let's be doesn't we don't have to be happy all the time, but at least be content and enjoy each other, and are the space that we're in, and live in conjunction with it. So you know apologize, but losing so many people, and it's still just happening constantly, it gave me a really big thorn in my side to keep pushing forward. And I'll just keep advocating for everyone as much as I can. And I have a friend here that does the same thing. So I'm going to let her tell a little bit about her story and give us a little bit more information about what I've been talking about. Rita, can you come on and tell us about what you do and have
Yeah.
done?
Hi. Hi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shannon, so much for sharing your story. You always inspire me so much. And Shannon and I are partnered in this mission together, and it's just been an honor and a blessing to work together. And my background is in regenerative health, and I got into that because when I was 19, I was in a near death car accident, and I was told I'd never get back to normal activities. I wouldn't get back to my athletics, and that I would live in chronic pain. And so I went on a mission to look for every single solution I could find, physically, mentally, emotionally, Eastern medicine, Western medicine, to try and get out of chronic pain and get back my quality of life. And it didn't matter what I tried. It helped, but none of it got to the root cause. And once I found regenerative health, I was actually able to 100% get out of that chronic pain and gain my quality of life back, which is so huge. And so I became very passionate about just sharing this education, these resources. It's things that we're not taught. And yet I feel like everyone should be taught or taught or given these educational resources since the age of kindergarten, because they are simple things that we can all apply into our day-to-day life. And so my goal is to really empower everyone to feel their best, to have their best quality of life, and to support each other as community, because we truly heal in community. We're not meant to heal alone. It's meant to be something that is done together, and something that is where we're supporting each other and cheering each other on and witnessing. And so after having my clinical practice, my regenerative health practice, I realized that there was a missing link, and it was much deeper than everything I'd been working at. And so that's what Shannon has been talking about, is speaking to our soil health. So we are only as healthy as our environment and as healthy as the food that we're putting in. And because our soils are so depleted, we're not getting what we need from a micronutrient level, or because of glyphosate, which Shannon was also sharing about, that stops our absorption of our essential amino acids. And our amino acids are, our proteins. They're our building blocks to life. And so, especially in the last 10 and 15 years, we've seen this massive degeneration of our health, and particularly now impacting our children. In the 1970s, 1 in 5,000 children were dealing with autism. And today the statistics are between 1 in 24 and 1 in 28 children who are impacted. And that's a direct reflection of our environment. And so one of the things that glyphosate does is, it's sprayed on, and it's used in our industrial agriculture. 99.9% of it actually just ends up in our water. And it's not something that we can eliminate out of our water or out of our food or our air. So we're all exposed to it on a daily basis. And it acts as an antibiotic. So it's killing off our gut microbiome health. And that directly not only impacts our absorption and our ability to receive nutrients, but it also impacts that balance of our gut microbiome diversity. And our serotonin and our dopamine are both produced in our gut, which really help to regulate our mood. So it does go back and impact, every level of our well-being. And so what we're doing here is we're sharing education, we're sharing resources, and I looked high and low to find solutions to our food system so that I could find access to nutrient dense food. And I actually, grew up with organic farms. I have traveled all over the world working on permaculture and working with nutrient dense food, and I was still massively depleted. And I was working with wildcrafted herbs. I thought my bases were covered, but they were not. And so I found this beautiful company, Purium, that we're partnered with, and they are working to support organic and regenerative farmers. And our main farm is in Utah, where there's minerals A through Z, and it's grown in an ancient lake bed in 96 feet of topsoil, which is unheard of. I've never heard of that anywhere. And so within 3 days of adding these whole food nutrients into my body, all the lights came on in my body. I felt more safe and at home and peaceful in my body. Cravings started to disappear. I started to eat 2/3 less food because I was feeling so nourished. And I saw a big transformation, not only physically, but emotionally as well. And fast forward to 3 months or 90 days of just consistently adding these superfoods in. I didn't even change anything else in my lifestyle. I just added this in. And in that 90 days, I got back to an athleticism and a level of fitness I hadn't been in for 15 years, since high school, since previous to my car accident. And I had excess inflammation and weight just drop off my body, my hormones balanced. And for the first time in, over 15 years, I felt at home in my body. And it was the missing link. It was coming back to whole foods, nutrient dense foods, real foods. So not only are they grown in this, amazing environment in an ancient lake bed, They're also wind dehydrated to preserve all of their enzymes and nutrients, and they're vine ripened. Nothing that we get at the grocery store is vine ripened. Most of it is picked weeks early, sometimes months early, shipped all across the country. And by the time we get it, it has almost no medicinal value. And exactly like Shannon was sharing about the carrots, the level of nutrients that you would get from it, even the level of antioxidants is different. It would actually take, one conventionally, or for one regeneratively grown carrot, it would take 200 conventionally grown carrots to get the same level of antioxidants. And so we're seeing this at every level. We're seeing it in our communities, we're seeing it in our children. And so our goal is just to create access to these nutrient dense foods that we should all have access to on a daily basis. And what's something that's beautiful about it is the owners, Dave and Amy, they've been committed to this mission for over 30 years. They've dedicated their heart and their soul to this mission. They have done so much. They're actually the reason that we have access to organic foods today. They petitioned that and brought that into the Supreme Court to make sure that we would have foods that were not sprayed with chemicals and pesticides. And now they're taking it to that next level. And they've also introduced and created their own home compostable biodegradable packaging made from hemp and bamboo. And all of the other biodegradable packaging that is out there is actually made from GMO corn, which goes against our larger mission of divesting from, chemical agriculture and investing into more regenerative systems. And like I was saying before, our health is a reflection of our environment. And without healthy soils, that impacts our quality of air, our quality of water, our quality of food, and everything else. So it's much larger once you zone out into all of it. And, the other parts of our pillars is one, health, sharing access to nutrient dense foods, to regenerating our soils and supporting planetary health through forward thinking business model and practices in a way that I've also never seen before. So I'm just really grateful and honored to be part of this community. And the third is creating financial sovereignty, which is also huge. Dave, one of the owners, he grew up in a single home household where his mother was working multiple jobs and he didn't get to see her much. And he would actually forage to put, food on the table. And one of the big pillars of health and mental health is actually financial well-being. And so we've also created a solution for that through partnership and being able to get these resources and these solutions out to others. So that's a little bit about, our company and our community and our mission. And what we're doing is really just wanting to provide access to these solutions. So if you know anybody that this could support, again, like Shannon was sharing, anything from hormone balance to weight loss or gain, or just having more energy, to really restoring our gut health, which impacts everything else. Our programs actually save people on their grocery bill because they're so nutrient dense. You end up needing less food and you're getting nourished at that cellular level. And so our most popular program is, a 30-day program that works out to be $11 a day for 2 superfood meals a day. And I know that I can't even get a snack for $11. So we really do want to provide access. And what's so beautiful about this is it can be shipped straight to your door and also shipped into places that are dealing with food apartheid or food deserts. So that's a little bit of our mission. Please, would love your support, in supporting Shannon. And if you know of anybody that, again, that this could help either physically, mentally, emotionally, or that would love, if you're really resonating with this mission and you want to be part of it or help share the word, we'd love to link arms with you. And again, many hands make light work, and we're just, two voices. But if we can collectively come together and each share with one person what is possible, solutions that are possible for our health and for our environment and our community, then we can have a much bigger ripple impact. So thank you so much for being here and taking the time to listen. And again, in any way that we can support you, we're here for you. And if you could do us a favor and just share this with a loved one, or if anybody comes to mind that this could help, we would love to support. So thank you. And I'll pass it back to you, Shannon. But I hope you all have a beautiful day.
Thanks so much, Rita. That's a lot. And I did forget to say, like, it was 3 days into doing just the standard, what most people basically go into with this superfood journey. I did the best way I can explain it is that I felt human again. I felt like I did when I was like 6 and I would wake up and go like, okay, what are we going to do today? And then I'm not thinking about when can I go back to bed. And there's just so many facets that are here that it's hard to, well, first of all, it's hard to verbalize it because it's such an amazing emotional feeling of love and gratitude. But and I just want to, it's just like bursting out of me, especially when I see people that are suffering. Suffering is so optional, and most people don't know that. We're not taught that. So yes, thank you for reminding me of that. And I think that we should probably, I'm sure there's some people here that would want to ask questions, but I don't think that, I know a lot of people told me they wouldn't want to be on camera, so we could probably go ahead and jump off to do that. But I so appreciate everyone that's been here, or if you get to listen to the recording, and we'd be glad to take any questions here, and talk to you about whatever it is you would like to talk about. And again, it is emotional. Like Rita said, it's not just physical. This is very emotional thing to go through. Even if it's just getting energy. I mean, just imagine, having full energy throughout your day. I mean, I'm dancing flamenco again. Like it's, and I didn't go home and like collapse. Yesterday I performed. I didn't go home and collapse. I went to a festival afterwards last night with my family. And I did not get enough sleep last night, maybe because I went to bed at like midnight or after, but it's okay. There's been several nights this week that I've been on the phone with people that their family are ill, and they're talking to me. But I can, because I'm healthy enough. I can't go, I'm there and I'm able to, and I'm just praying for these people, my friends out there that are ill or have just recently lost loved ones. It's heavy on my heart, and I send as much love and joy as I can, and prayers to you all. Almost every person I know has illness, either in themselves, that have disease in themselves, or it's very close to them. So if you know someone that could use some help, even if it's just talking, be sure to contact me. And I can also hop on a call with Miss Rita. She's a little ahead of me in this journey as far as knowing some protocols for your health. We can jump on a call. It's no cost. We're here on a mission. Doesn't cost anything, just your time. And we'll be glad to sorry, phone call came. But we're going to end this call now. And again, I appreciate everyone's time for being here, and anyone that wants to stay and answer questions, we'll take questions then. Thank you so much, Rita. You're amazing. Thank you for being my community. You're not the only one. There's so many like us out in our community. It's overwhelming. I looked for a long time for this loving and caring of people, and I've finally found it. Come along with us. We'll be glad to join hands with you. So
Mm.
thanks so much, and have a wonderful day.
Yay. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, everyone. Take care.